to see perfection, embrace challenges, and redefine your life story. And Dean Regan, living in concert with life with my partner, Rich Smith. Hey, Rich.
Hey, how's it going, Dean?
Excellent.
Good, good. I had a little technical error here, so I'm fixing it.
Excellent
What
choice.
what are we going to talk about today?
This unveiling, being able to see perfection in everything, not just the things that are going exactly the way you want to go, and then to find joy and embrace the challenges, and in the process, to rewrite your whole life story. So this is a big topic. This is a big topic because so much of all of what we do is some story that we tell ourselves. Everything that we think, do, and say is based on some story we've told ourselves. And when I use the word story, I'm not necessarily saying, oh, it's just a story, it's bad and wrong. Just saying, as my dear friend Rick says, it's all made up.
Yeah, it's
It's
just a story.
made up. So we're talking about that. How does that relate with you, Rich? Any thoughts that come to mind when you talk about what you do to rewrite your life story?
Wow. Geez, I'm rewriting it every day. Every time I think a thought, I'm rewriting the story of my life. So
Exactly.
I'm basically paying attention to my thoughts. What am I thinking about? You know, um, just first of all, it's seeing my life's perfection. I have to see my journey as a success. I was reading Don Miguel Ruiz's son. He's the Four Agreements,
Mm-hmm.
wrote a book, and I was reading it, and it was all about one of the assignments they have you do is just to honor yourself and to say, like, I did a really good job on that, or, I'm really a smart person, or, I'm a good chef. I cook well. And a lot of times when, I noticed that my wife would say something to me, uh, yeah, you did a great job on that website. Amazing. And I'm like, yeah. Um, yeah, same old. But, I learned to, after reading this segment of the book, I learned to honor that and just say, yeah, I am great at designing websites. I am great at this, and owning that. And then that's going to change the story of your life. So you're asking, and that's one of the things that I do. And I just
I am
recently,
great at New Thought Tuesdays. I
yeah,
am
you're
great
great
at living
at
in
New Thought
concert with
Tuesday.
life. And the infinite filmmaker is part of our greatness. So yes, and I love that little point where you go, and does anybody relate to this, please?
Yeah.
That little point where you go, you receive some positive response from somebody, and you go very quickly, yes, I got that. But let's get to what didn't work. It's very quick. Thanks for the thank you very much. Moving on. But what I didn't like about what I did was, I was like, where I put my focus is what I'm going to get more of. When I believe that there's love and there's really not love, like there's two fighting forces in the universe, there's love and there's not love, they're both real and they're in a battle against one another. That's what I get. When I focus on and recognize that there's something really amazing going on here, there's just, I mean, even when I pound all of the material stuff that it's over here, there's something amazing going on here, and I'm part of it. And I'm part of it. Not only am I experiencing it, but I'm part of that amazing thing that's going on here. I'm part of that love. I'm part of that creativity. I'm part of that joy. I am that love. I am that creativity. I am that joy. So the first thing about what we're talking about, seeing the perfection in life, is really getting rid of that idea of there is this goodness and this not goodness that is separate from it and is pushing against it. To see the perfection in life, you've got to be able to go. There was an incident in a meeting that took place for me on Sunday, and I experienced and expressed a young child having real terror, real terror, and adults having some terror around it as well. And we were in the midst of something completely different. And all I knew to do was to go into prayer and to know the perfection of this exchange and of the divine desires involved in these people, even though this exchange was ruining or pushing against something that was going on. Hey, the only important thing that I could do right then, that I could be right then, was to know love and to see the perfection in what was going on. And apparently what was going on was very negative, and there were apparently negative ramifications for it. Okay, how is this happening for me? How is this happening for the involvement? So in those involved. So that's what we're doing with this thought processing, is to truly identify where the love is, and that the love is everywhere present in perfection.
Yeah.
So you're seeing like the challenges, like you are building a project and you're seeing, yeah, I got this done, but my brain is going to the things I need to fix or improve, which is creative. It's creative for us to have a desire to adjust or enhance or contribute even deeper in what we're doing. It's when we say, yeah, but I should have gotten there before, and I'm not, where there's this feeling of, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got to get to the place of going, thank you for sharing this information with me. I so appreciate it. And to move on to our next expression of perfection.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Just to bring a little spiritual nature into this whole idea of success, recognizing success, that you're already a success right here and right now. Everything you've done brought you to this point, which is going to bring you to the next point of your vision or your dream. And so just sitting there and just recognizing that's already done in the mind of the infinite. My life is unfolding in perfect order right here and right now. It's all opening up. Things are opening up for me that I can't even imagine. Some of the things, a lot of times when I do work with my clients and stuff, I always say, this is something better shall come my way, because whatever you're praying for, there's always something better out there. As a matter of fact, usually with my clients and I, we get something even better than what we imagined. Haven't you ever noticed that? And all of a sudden you go, whoa, I was thinking of this, and all of a sudden I have this. And it's so much better than I could have even imagined. That's why I think it's challenging to put the universe, God, spirit, divine presence, and pigeonhole it and say, I want this specifically. This is something better shall come my way.
Yeah.
Then you open up
I
to something
also
better.
I also like to use the word greater or more lovely. It really depends on how it's resonating to you, but allowing yourself this, okay, this is what I want. It's between these two places. This is what I want. This is how I want it. It needs to be exactly. That's ego. That's control. Allow the creativity to flow, and allow that this is the idea that is flowing, and that I am fully, and you talk about rockets of desire, Rich. I love that. I have a rocket of desire to experience and express this, and that which unfolds from it, that may well even be greater, that may well even be better. Completely opening up to the possibility.
Yeah. Yeah. And just recognizing that, one of the other things I got my little notes here I wanted to talk about was just how to redefine success. It's the power of seeing your life as whole and complete. If you see your life as lacking something, you're going to get more of the lacking something. But if you see it as whole and complete, everything is unfolding, my life is unfolding in perfect order, then all of a sudden the universe will conspire to bring you more of that perfectness in your life. Whereas if you're sitting there complaining that, I haven't quite reached this goal yet, and I'm never going to get there, and all of these negative, fearful thoughts are going to create more of that. It's a reciprocal universe. It gives you back what you put out. It's like a mirror. It reflects back to you whatever you're putting out. And so to me, one of the most important things is just seeing your life as whole and complete right here and right now. Nothing's missing. Nothing's missing in your life. Nothing's missing in the mind of the infinite, creator of all that is. And if you can think it, then you can create it. And there's nothing stopping you from creating that. The only thing that's stopping you is some of these things that we're talking about, that you fear, you doubt, you worry.
Yes.
Everything's
Yes.
good.
If you can imagine something and believe it, it can unfold in your life. And that's what we're talking about when we talk. And when we talk about the idea of rewriting your life story, redefining your life, I love the analogy of how whenever you're in an aircraft, it's not going in a straight line. It's kind of self-correcting. It's going 2 degrees this way, 2 degrees that way. With these kind of changes in our own experience, where I decide there is only love, and my desire to see not love, and that is a desire, if you're bringing it into your life, is not a desire that I embrace. I surrender that desire. I surrender to the idea of infinite love, ever expanding, ever unfolding authentically. So as I was in the midst of this human interaction that was apparently traumatic, I went to prayerful love. I went to prayerful love. Now, Dean also is the kind of guy that might have gone to, let me move my feet over there to help. That's not what I chose to do. I chose to believe in the perfection of what was unfolding and to know the truth of love for these people involved in it. And that little trajectory, that's the kind of choice that rewrites our story in a very, very positive, uplifting way.
Yeah. Rewriting your story. I often talk about in my Infinite Filmmaker teachings that there's a story for your movie called Life that's perfect, whole, and complete in the mind of the infinite filmmaker, the director of the movie of your life. It's unfolding in perfect order right here and right now. And just recognizing this allows you to feel the ease and grace right now. And just recognizing this. What is that?
Completely my fault. I pressed the wrong button all of a sudden. Sorry. And so completely my fault. Press the wrong button. Moving on. Rewriting our story.
That's what it's about. We're rewriting our story.
Right.
Yeah. Honoring yourself, honoring your life around you, honoring people that come into your life to support you in your growth. These are all important things to do in order to be able to attain success. Yeah.
So, Richard.
Your life is perfect.
So, Richard, that idea of rewriting our story today in the inner circle, we're going to be moving into the inner circle in a few minutes. And what we have, for those of you who are new here, is we have an offering called the Inner Circle, where we propose and we bring forth a topic like we're doing right now, and then we go into the inner circle, and all recordings are off, and it's a private time where we can dig deeper into the topic, the spiritual topic, and how actually, so when we say, well, see love, well, how do you authentically, in the midst of having a judgment about, I don't see love, how do you bring yourself to see love authentically, to experience abundance authentically? And that's what we talk about in the inner circle. When you're in the inner circle, you get to understand, you get to embrace, you get to live these principles and these premises, these spiritual truths in your life. And you get to speak to them in a group of magnificent human beings. So that's what the inner circle is about. And tell them how they can get into the inner circle, Mr. Smith.
Oh, yeah. Just go to newthoughttuesdays.com and there'll be a little button there. You can click on it and you'll set up an interview with me. We'll go over it, see if it's the right fit for you, see if it's the right fit for us and everybody in the group. And if so, we bring you in, invite you in, you check it out. and then we move on from there. Also, you can sign up for a reminder on newthoughttuesdays.com, where you just give us your email address and your phone number, and we get in touch with you. We send you a 1 day reminder and then a 1 hour reminder the day of. And so that way you won't forget to join us on New Thought Tuesdays, and recognize your success.
Yes.
Stop
To
waiting for your success and start recognizing that you are successful right here and right now.
And I could say the same thing to you, Richard Smith. I'm looking at you as you're saying that, and I'm hearing you say that to Dean Lewis Regan. And this is always the kind of beloved community that we can all benefit from.
Yeah.
That kind of truth telling. And that's what the inner circle of New Thought Tuesdays is all about. So anything else that you'd like to explore before we dive into the New Thought Tuesdays, the inner circle?
No, I'm complete. I think we had a good topic today, and I can't wait to talk about it in the inner circle.
Yep. Okay. Well, then we will see you guys on live streaming. And please, you guys live streaming, you should be all on our YouTube. You got the links and all. Comment. You know, that whole thing of pressing thumbs up and commenting. Please do that. Oh God is in the algorithm. Okay, so let us move on. We'll see you next week on New Thought Tuesdays.